May it please the court, my name is Rachel Hopper, and I represent the appellant, Ms. Blanche Braun, in this action against Robert Radcliffe for the Reserve Civil Rights Commission. At this time, I would like to reserve 3 minutes for rebuttal. The right to speak freely is the cornerstone of the Bill of Rights. With the advent and soaring popularity of the internet, our definition of what constitutes speech has progressed and evolved over time. Ms. Braun liked a page on Facebook. This simple action was both a symbolic act and a message in and of itself. It demonstrated Braun's approval, even though she meant to merely bookmark the page. This court should reverse the district court's holding by classifying the Facebook like as protected speech. Furthermore, Braun's speech related to her private life as a mother and fell within the realm of public concern. Mr. Radcliffe threatened Braun with termination, an act that violated her clearly established right to free speech. Finally, Radcliffe failed to prove Braun's actions could have significantly harmed the RCRC. The district court's summary judgment should be reversed and granted in Braun's favor. This court has jurisdiction to hear this case because the district court entered a final judgment by dismissing Braun's claims. Even dismissals without prejudice may render a final verdict.
Counsel, what is your best authority for that proposition?
I don't have any authority on my paper.
Well, clearly, there's got to be some case indicating that a dismissal without prejudice can be a final order, right?
Right. I have a case that has somebody who had her first claim was their most important claim, and that claim was, the summary judgment was granted against them. And so they dismissed their remaining 2 claims and brought forth, and took the first claim on appeal. And I think it was the Ninth Circuit held that that was okay because there was no malicious intent behind the non-prejudicial judgment. And that's one of the most important things, is that there was no malicious or intent to manipulate the system.
How can you say that, counsel? She moved to dismiss her claims so that she could appeal immediately, didn't she?
That is true, but she did that in the interest of justice. Usually, manipulation of the system is manifested in her dialogue with the other side to have these reserve the right to bring up these appeals. She's also opening herself up to the statute of limitations, so that it's very possible that her claim may expire because she's trying to push this claim forward. Furthermore, the lower court relied on Braun versus Roberts in finding that this like was not constitutionally protected, and that law is bad. It was bad legal analysis, which was reversed by the Fourth Circuit Court, and so that's a reason that this court has jurisdiction and should hear Braun's appeal.
So anytime a lower court gets it wrong, we have jurisdiction? Seems to me you're conflating the merits and jurisdiction.
The lower court didn't have a problem with seeing this verdict as final, and we should go with, because the lower court saw this verdict as final and had no problem with the non-prejudicial dismissal, and furthermore, Radcliffe didn't challenge that non-prejudicial dismissal, so therefore the court should have jurisdiction because it wasn't challenged and no court had thought it.
We generally allow parties to dismiss their claims pretty liberally, so I don't see any problem with Radcliffe not challenging that. It would have probably been a lost cause. But regarding any malice upon Braun's part, if she had no intent to manipulate the system, why wouldn't she just dismiss with prejudice?
Because her claims still have merit, and while she wants to adjudicate this as soon as possible, she has a child here at stake, she has his interests to think about, and if she did further her other claims, or if she dismissed her other valid claims, then she would have to, first of all, if she went ahead and dismissed her claims, then those claims are valid and have merit. And so she shouldn't be penalized because the lower court made a bad decision. Second of all, if she didn't dismiss those claims and went forward and brought those claims to trial, then that would be wasting her time and the court's time. First of all, because they relied on bad law in the lower court's decision, but also because it wastes her time as a mother when she needs to get this situation figured out so she knows how to move on from here. Turning
So
to-
is there a special jurisdictional provision for mothers?
No, there is not.
Well, I just don't understand what the relevance is of the fact that she's a mother when we're trying to figure out our jurisdiction then.
The problem isn't that she's a mother, it's that they're, for the interest of justice and for Mrs. Braun, she's bringing forward these claims. She also has claims that are, she wants the court to keep Radcliffe from firing her over liking this page. And because she's asking for specific performance here in these claims, the fact that her child is going to grow out of this and he's no longer going to receive the benefit of having this free childcare that the Aryan Motherhood provides, then that's one of the reasons that we need to get this settled now. That's why it's important that she's a mother.
It seems like you end up with hard choices. You can keep your other claims alive, or you can get this one figured out more quickly. But she's trying to have her cake and eat it too, isn't she?
No, the lower court made a bad decision, and in order to rectify that bad decision and to provide guidance for other lower courts to show how you should view Facebook claims. Facebook likes are free and should be protected speech. They're both pure speech and they're both symbolic speech. The act of liking a page, it shows a thumbs up symbol, it shows that it is it communicates a message, which Radcliffe knew it communicated a message. And this court needs to show other lower courts, it needs to set an example that this is the right way and right path to go.
Wasn't Braun's intent behind the like not to share that she liked it, but simply to bookmark it? Isn't that important?
It's not important. While it was something that she did to bookmark the page, the court has held in Connick that content is key. It doesn't matter so much as you look at the totality of the circumstances, but you also look at the message that was sent. And the message sent was that she approved of the Dear Heart Aryan Motherhood. And so Connick says that content is king and the most important part of that analysis. And so judging based purely on the message, she was saying that she liked this claim, liked this page, and so therefore it didn't matter if she bookmarked it because she still sent a message that everyone saw. So,
Do we know that anyone saw the page?
no.
Saw her like?
No.
So we can't be
This-
sure that she communicated anything.
She communicated something, she was recorded as communicating something. Radcliffe saw what she said, but he is not able to prove that anybody else would have been able to see that message. However, the act of liking something conveyed a message. Just because you say
So if I
something-
engage in free speech in a forest and nobody is around to hear it, it's still free speech. That's what you're saying?
Well, yes.
Okay.
You can say
Proceed.
whatever you want. So Radcliffe also failed to show that that the government's interest outweighed Braun's. Radcliffe doesn't need to show actual harm, but he must make a substantial showing of the speech was likely to be disruptive. But the Supreme Court held that if an employee serves no confidential policymaking or other public contact role, the speech's effect on the department is minimal. Braun is a receptionist at one of RC's locations. She is also one of many receptionists. She gathers enough information to pass along this information to intake officers. She does not follow up claims, she does not investigate them, she does not work with staff attorneys, nor does she pursue complaints. Braun spoke via Facebook. While it is possible for members of the public to see her likes, it is not brazen or likely to cause much controversy. It is up to Radcliffe to demonstrate that the harm that this could potentially cause. He has not.
Isn't it obvious, though? If you've got a worker in a civil rights commission liking a racist organization, I mean, that's so self-evident that it's a problem. What kind of factual burden do you want Radcliffe to show, to meet?
Well, with Facebook, there's a lot of different things at play here. First of all, Radcliffe himself had to go and search out this Facebook search. He doesn't tell us his exact algorithms that he used, his exact search terms that he used to find this page, which actually, if you use Facebook, it's actually pretty hard to find a page like that. And
You have a minute remaining, Counsel, just so you know.
okay. He didn't show how hard it was, and Facebook also has a bunch of privacy settings, so you don't know how public her actual like was. In the interest of time and efficiency, this court should hold Facebook likes to constitute both pure and symbolic speech. Also, because Radcliffe knowingly violated Braun's clearly established rights, her rights as a private citizen outweighed those of the RCRC. This court should reverse summary judgment in favor of Braun. Thank you.